Missing in the wilderness for about 100 years. When finally rediscovered, they went from being the least known to one of the most researched snakes we have in the history of Australia today. That would have to be the inland taipan, western taipan. Small-scale snake, also called the beer snake. Now his name might change from time to time over the years, but one thing certainly doesn't change. You are looking at the world's most venomous snake here. #1 on the face of the planet. In fact, this guy has the potential to kill up to 100 people with one bite. 100 people with one bite from such a small snake. Now, why on earth would we have such a creature? I don't know the answer to that. However, a chap told me recently that would be enough venom to kill 2 elephants, or even one mother-in-law, I think he said. Something like that, yeah. And no, they're not for hire, sorry guys. But on a serious note, it may be just because where they live and what they feed on. These guys do live in the harsh, arid interior of Australia, about where all the central borders meet. They feed exclusively on the long-haired or plague rats out there. Now you imagine this guy going down into one of those confined rat holes. He comes head on with half a dozen rats, long teeth, long claws. I reckon if they got a hold of him first, they'd probably do some sizable damage to him. He'd possibly slither away and die. Now I think over a period of time, this guy's developed such a highly potent venom to have the upper hand. One quick nip on that rat's back, the rat's dead in about 3 seconds flat. He gets his meal, off he goes, he's happy. They were first described way back in 1873. And back then they'd catch a snake, kill it, pop it into a jar, send it off to the museum, and this is where the information trail stops with him. 1972, the Queensland Museum received a very interesting and unusual parcel in the mail. Now what they received was a preserved skull and tail of a snake they couldn't identify, sent into them by a farmer in the Western Channel Country of Queensland. They decided to go out and pay him a visit. September of 72 caught 13 live specimens off his property, upon research finding out they're 50 times more potent than a cobra. 1981, they're classified as a taipan. Now to this point in time, 15 people bitten by the world's most venomous snake, and I'm glad to say all 15 people survived. Why? Primarily because of just having a simple bandage in place immediately and correctly. Even with a snake of this caliber, being your world's most venomous, having the potential to kill up to 100 people with one bite, 50 times more potent than a cobra. Those 15 people are living proof. That simple technique does afford you the time to get to hospital for the anti-venom treatment required. Well guys, I do hope some of this information has been of interest and use to you. Let me say thank you for your time, your attention, and of course your donations. And if indeed you do need to get a kit for around the home or in the car, please see us now. We'll gladly help you out with one. Thank you.